What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Games of the Glory Days. I am your host, Johnny Blitz, and I would like to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Zombowner7317. He commented on my top 10 GameCube games, and he wanted me to do my top 10 Super Nintendo games. So I made my list. Zom, thank you for watching. It means the world to me that you watch my videos. So this video is a shout out to you, bud. So number 10 of my top 10 favorite Super Nintendo game is Cool Spot. Now, Cool Spot was a game that was like paired with 7-Up to make a cool little platforming game. This game was fun. I absolutely had fun. I never officially owned it. I rented it a couple times from Blockbuster back in the day when I was a kid, and I loved playing this game. Very fun platformer, playing as a little red dot that has sunglasses. Number 9, we have Lost Vikings 2. This was another puzzle platformer game where you get to play as a couple different characters, and each character has a special power. Like, one has a shield and you can use that to walk across. One guy has a stretchy arm that you can use as a grappling hook. Each character had his own, and one character could fart across the things and put his beard across the people that walk across, I believe. Just a fun little platforming game. Absolutely loved this as a kid. Now, this one is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I wasn't really big into this game. I had fun playing it, but it wasn't in my top 5. Number 8, Super Mario World. I had fun with this game, yes. It was a lot of fun doing the secret levels and stuff, but to me, it's not top 5 worthy, just in my opinion. Just an all-around, everybody knows this game is just a great game to play. Number 7, Super Mario RPG. This is the first game where you get to team with Bowser. Classic RPG. It's a very expensive title now when it comes to retro games. People, you can get one for like $7. I'm not paying $70 for a brand new game, let alone a retro game. Number 6, Super Punch-Out. Super Punch-Out was the sequel to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This game was fun. I had loads of fun playing this game. It was just, when you get tired of playing the RPGs and you just wanted to play a little fun little game that you could pass the time on, this was it. The characters are memorable. Kind of like, the original Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Gabby J was a version of Glass Joe, and the only person that Gabby J beat was Glass Joe. Glass Joe never beat anybody, so it was just cool little Easter eggs in the game that they put. Number 5, I love this game. I was thinking about putting this higher, but my top 4 is exactly the way I wanted it. It was very hard to make this list. Number 5, we bought this game from KB. It was $20. It was a birthday gift for my mom to me. My mom raised 3 kids, and it was very hard for her to buy the expensive games. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. There was, I believe, 52, 57 levels, and each level got harder and harder, and it gave you a 4-letter code at the end. They had a game version for the Genesis that was a little bit different. The codes were different. But if you want to play this game, VLHX is the code. I think it gets you to level 52 or 42. But the code VLHX, it'll bring you to, that's the last code that you can put in, and you just have to beat the rest of the levels to beat the game. And it has a cool little Easter egg when you beat the game that you get this go into the developer officers and collect them as neighbors, and it gives you a little cool little backstory on them. Another shoot 'em up, save the neighbors. This boss is like a giant baby and giant worms, and the baby is fast as hell, and he drinks a bottle and he gets faster and faster. Just an all-around fun game. If you haven't played this, I recommend it. They released it with the sequel to the game Ghoul Patrol on PS4. I couldn't get into Ghoul Patrol. I went back and kept playing this, and I wasn't good as I was when I was a kid. But number 4, the Donkey Kong Country series. Donkey Kong Country 2 is my personal favorite. And Donkey Kong Country 1 is a close because the minecart levels in Donkey Kong Country 1 are iconic. It's just Dixie Kong and Diddy Kong together were just an iconic duo. Then it was Chunky Kong and Diddy Kong in the third one. I didn't really get to play much of the third one because like I said, these games are expensive. My dad bought us Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 as Christmas gifts. After he beat them, he gave them to us, so that's how we got the more expensive titles. I rented Donkey Kong Country 3. It was fun. I never got to beat it, but whatever. Here's another game that I bought way after it came out, and it was on sale at KB again for about $20. Super Metroid. The bosses in Super Metroid, I still remember where 90% of the reserve and energy tanks are, the missile expansions. And to electrocute the one boss that picks you up and like slams you into the ground. I don't remember the boss's name in this, but you literally get, if he picks you up and you face the left wall, there's a little broken like electrical thing on the wall, and if you grab it with the grappling hook, you literally electrocute him instead of having to shoot him in the stomach until he turns red and dies. It takes a couple seconds and he basically dies instantly. Great game, great series. And now this is where my top two was hard. I kept putting the other one before the other one, but I think this list was that. And number 2 is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I am a huge Legend of Zelda fan. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Going from the Dark World to the Light World, collecting the pendants, collecting the glass prisms to save the maidens, and collecting the fire, earth, and water pendant, in Light World, and going to the Dark World to fight Ganon later on in the game. Collecting the bottles and collecting all the secret little things and the hard pieces in this game were great. Now, number 1, probably my favorite RPG of all time. Probably, at least for the NES or for a Nintendo system, Earthbound. This is where it introduced Ness into the world. I think they had another one for the original Nintendo called Mother. That wasn't released in America. I could be wrong, don't quote me on this. But this game was amazing. Great characters, great storyline, loads and loads of fun. It was RPG based on a little kid where aliens crash in his town, and he saves the world with his backpack and his baseball bat and his friends. An amazing game. It's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And if you have a copy of this with the strategy guide and scratch and sniff stickers, you probably have a good little chunk of change on you because they're very limited. And if you have it sealed, I don't even want to think what you can go for nowadays. But yeah, guys, that's my list. Zom, you're the one who wanted me to make this list. Go ahead and put your top 10 favorite NES things in this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.